Oh, can't get anything.
I want to see the view. There we go.
Is the hydrant bottle in the...
Yeah. And it is live.
All right. It's live. From Sevierville, Tennessee. No, I'm not by myself. My better half is going to be sliding in here in just a second. And she's been editing on her regular laptop, so it only leaves the phone as an option to go online live. So here we are. In case you didn't recognize that, that was from the dating game and all those other games. I could have been a show host, I could have been. And here they are. Well, Johnny, what do we have here today? So I enjoyed that. I got a package. I got yelled at for this, so we have to go over this package today. For instance, I have been doing, watching a lot of Bob Ross lately, and I've been painting at the campground. I was doing some renovations and of painting, and getting everything ready to go for the season. And there was one wall left over to do, and I decided I was going to do a mural. Well, you know Bob Ross, his world is about 2x3. And he does these beautiful paintings. We've all seen him at some point. And I really enjoy that type of painting. Well, in 1999, I did some painting like that, and it was pretty good. But then I just had to stop. I just couldn't focus on it. I had to focus on business and everything else. So here I am, 22 years later, finally getting a chance to do it again. And I'll be darned, I have got the talent. It's there. I'm like, I am shocked. I look at that thing and I go, oh my goodness, it's a log. Or, oh my goodness, there's trees. Oh, flowers, I did it. It's really something. You don't really see it as you're doing it. But that was one reason I could never faux finish. Faux finishing looks terrible until you do the last coat. Faux finishing just doesn't seem to work out that well when you're right there. But at the end, it's beautiful. So I've been doing flowers and mountains and trees, and we'll share some photographs like that when I get it all together, and I'm going to post a video as well. So that'll do some good for us all, and give us encouragement that we have hidden talents. And we start off our night tonight, and we pray for everybody that's watching. We thank you for being here. We thank you for our family and our friends, those we love. We cause them to prosper and be in good health by speaking over them only good. In Jesus' name, amen. All right.
Hello, Shannon and Lisa.
So we're glad you're here, and we're having a lot of fun this week. I actually have some great news about the hot water heater.
Hello, Tom and Rhonda. At home with Tom and Rhonda.
At home. My home now has a hot water heater in it. Whew.
Hello, Tony 5000 and Connie Locke.
Good. Well, thank you.
We thought we'd give you a little bit of a view tonight behind us.
Yes. And not much warning so that you couldn't make an excuse. Oh, we're here for everybody else. We are here for you. Whatever you need. Text a message, text a prayer, text a need. We'll certainly do everything we can to employ our faith with yours to accomplish what you'd like to do. And I was very emotional today on the way over here, so I may even have some poetry for you. That you really got to be in the moment. I'm not one of those people. I'm not one of those people that can do that poetry that doesn't rhyme. My poetry, it either 3-4 rhymes or second line rhymes. And Joy does poetry very rarely, but she does it, and hers rhymes. Every line rhymes the way she does hers, almost like a rap. She's wrapped in red hair, but she's a rapper. Yeah, so, but yet, it's like those poems that are like, gray is the sky, cold is the sea. Gray is the sky, cold is the sea. Actually, that's pretty good. What? Maybe those are okay. I don't know. I don't do those kind of, but the waves. leaves. Oh,
You need to come up with another one. You've said that one a few times.
I know, I think it was just telling you that.
No, you said it on the live.
Did I do that on there? Did I do that? Did I do that? So, we'll have that. So, I made a mistake this week. I was on, we had ordered something from Amazon, and I got the new hot water heater. I'm going to do a video on it. I've been doing a video on taking the old one out and all the little bits and pieces of how it goes, and it was so funny that it's actually going quite nicely. I've got I went 2 days without water because that was so funny. I was unhooking the old hot water heater, and I turned the valve to what says bypass. And bypass means that the water passes the hot water heater and just goes straight on through. This is a normal thing for RVs because sometimes you'll have a different source for hot water. Or, like in my case, in our case, the hot water heater didn't work, so we bypassed it. Well, I'm unscrewing the little bolt that lets the hot water heater drain, and it starts shooting water, and I'm just running around the other side of the RV, turning water off to the whole RV. Turns out bypass does not bypass with pressure. The pressure is still on it. What it was that instead of the water being diverted into the hot water heater, it just passes it by and goes on. And so, but the pressure is still there. So, and there was water everywhere on the outside, because I was doing it on the outside, because it turned out that the bolt that I was undoing was actually the bolt was breaking. It wasn't unscrewing real slow, because I thought, oh, I'll just screw it back in again if it starts to leak. It just snapped. That was not good. So I turned, then everything, of course, it glugged out, and a whole bunch of junk came out too. So that was good. I mean, we don't need that in a hot water heater, which is nice about the new one. So we have a one of those InstaHot, tankless. It's called a tankless hot water heater that the RV places sell. It's actually designed for RVs, and it came with a door that fit my RV pretty close. And unfortunately, mine was so old it couldn't fit perfectly, but it fits perfectly on the new RVs. And we're switching to tankless and straight propane. So the back was simple, the front simple. Wait till you see the video. And I had a lot of fun with that this week. So
Hello, Tara.
next thing is hooking it up electrically and all of that. So the reason I told you that real quick rundown was because as soon as I got that order in, I got a little message that says, you've qualified from Amazon for a special gift. And I thought, okay, I'll click on that. And it showed the gift as one of these watches that you can wear. And, I tell you, I don't know why, but,
Hello,
it's like,
hello, Bob's Adventure. How are you?
hi, Bob.
And hello, Scott.
So, anyway, don't do what I did. So here's what I got in the mail. We're gonna find out what I got together. Now, you know that Apple has an Apple phone for the wrist. Isn't that thing like $800 or $900? And it measures your sleep and your blood rate and blah blah blah. And it does all this stuff, right? $800 or $900. So this said you qualify for this expensive watch. And you only have to pay $6 for it. Now, by the time I was done paying $6 for it, I paid $26, well, $27, and because it was this and that, and then you had to add the warranty, and there was no clicking around that warranty for $11. So I thought, okay, they got to make their money somehow, and I'm supposed to be able to put this watch on, and basically run the world, All right, no. I'm supposed to put this watch on and, Kirk to Enterprise. No, I'm supposed to put this watch on and it takes my pulse. But it also said it came with Bluetooth earbuds. And I'll be darned. Boy, that's a nice pair of Bluetooth earbuds right there that came in it. So already we're past the $26 if these two Bluetooth earbuds work. Wow, the little white ones that you see people hanging out their ears like something's growing in there and falling out. How close do you have to get it?
Probably
Okay,
pretty
make it
close. Lean forward.
pretty close. How's that? 3, 2, 1. Put it on pause if you want to look longer. Okay. All right, here comes the watch. Let's see what we got here. Yes, sirree. Well, that's all the information. Rapid watch, and rapid pods. So it comes in a nice little box. Very nice. Are there any instructions or explosives? Okay. And I'm imagining this is going to be like a little toy watch or something, because they're not going to send you a $900 watch for $6. Well, that looks pretty good. There's the band. Here's the watch. It's supposed to take care of everything. So I suppose I'll let you know next week what happens with it. It looks like it comes in several pieces from that place across the sea, of course. It's the smart bracelet. Quick start, Bluetooth. Yeah. It's supposed to have 2 little nodes on it. Well, they're not daggers. I don't know how they're going to know my blood pressure with this thing. But it's got little nodes on it that say they know, it tells your blood pressure. And go ahead.
Hello, Jesus loves you, Virginia. Let's see, anybody else? Scott. I'm not sure if we said hello to everyone that came in. So just wanted to say hello. And Bob's Adventure was in here. Hello to Bob. So he got...
Wow. So I got yelled at.
I scolded him because
Oh,
he
now
answered...
for the bank and everything, right?
Okay, this came in an email or something, right?
No, it was a text message.
A text message or
Text
whatever.
message.
And so he just replied to something and bought it from like those spam messages that come in. So I was upset.
I
and
did not
said,
expect anything to show
"What are you
up,
doing?"
and it showed up.
I was busy doing something when he was telling me, so I didn't hear him tell me how this message came in. So I was like, "What are you doing? What are you doing? That's probably a scammer." And I said, Amazon and whatever, they don't send you messages like that to buy something. So don't ever respond to an email or a text or anything. And I said, you better change your card and get a new one now, because you don't want to take a chance of that. So he cut off his card. They took the purchase out right away, and then he cut off his
Oh,
card.
they haven't taken the purchase out.
Oh, they haven't?
I did not call it a fraud because it showed up. And I
Okay.
didn't get frauded. It showed up.
But did they take the purchase out?
No, they did not.
Okay, so what do we do with this then? Because you have to...
I'm going to try it.
Yeah, but
See
I
if
mean...
it works. What we did was we went to the bank. I went to the bank that night and took all the other money out.
Just in case it was a fraud.
In case it was like they were going to pull a fast
Because
one.
I said, you don't
you know,
do that. That's...
You once they have that information, so the bank account is empty now, and then what we're doing is I'm ordering a new card, and so that should, I had to get verification today of my residence and all that kind of stuff like that for them to send me a new debit card. They don't send you one just anywhere. You've got to prove you're there and you live there and that's your address before they'll send you a debit card, because it's, a lot of fraud out there. So we're going to do that, and as soon as they get that organized, they'll turn the one I have off. But we've already emptied the account out, so, and we'll just, we'll wait for Apple to cry when they have their monthly stuff, and then we'll feed them. So.
Well, I have the Apple link to the other card, so I don't think it's an issue.
Oh, okay.
Because I already put
There's
the
some
other
things
card
that only
in.
come out of the PayPal.
Hello, Camping Therapy.
So we did that. We did do that. We did protect ourselves. And the husky went to the dentist today. Didn't know there was a husky dentist, did you? Well, the dentist isn't the husky. The husky, our husky, went to the vet's office today for the dental, had 2 back teeth removed. She's now resting quietly at home like anybody would be after 2 teeth pulled. And
She wasn't
was
happy.
Not happy.
She wasn't
So
happy going to
they
the
were-
dentist.
I'm
She,
telling you
she
what.
wasn't happy yesterday because, okay, I don't know if other people's husky does this or not, but if you have a husky, you can let us know if they do this. But if he even puts a drop of flea and tick treatment on her, and she's got that thick hair,
if
if
I
he
go like
holds
this,
over her
Yeah.
that he's going to put a drop on her,
uh-huh.
she literally will roll over on the ground and cry. And like, "Arr, arr, arr," cry. She's ridiculous. So he gave her a shower yesterday.
Parkway.
Yeah.
Yes, I gave her a bath yesterday. She was okay about getting wet, but she was not happy about getting soapy and rinsed.
She did not.
And
she cried.
Oh, I just
She was a
deleted the
baby.
video because if anybody saw that video, they would just be
She was a
thinking I was
baby.
terrible.
She was a baby.
She really hasn't had any trauma in her life. She
No.
cries when
I
the
mean,
RV's in motion, and
yeah.
that's about it. For
Yeah.
the last 3 years of her life, she's had a good. I hadn't given her a bath since Tampa, and so she hasn't had a bath very often. So she freaked out. She doesn't go to the vet very often. Hey, I've had this dog 7 years at least since 2012.
Yeah.
That
She
would
was
be
a stray.
8 years. And,
She was a
and she
unclaimed
has
stray.
never been to the vet. Never been a problem.
Well,
You know,
well,
except
she's
for
been to the vet
shots
for.
and stuff like that.
I mean,
but-
she's been spayed
you know,
and all that stuff.
You know,
Yeah.
for any kind of thing,
Yeah.
trauma, and so this, it's tough on her. It's not, and she looked at me like I
Donny.
don't trust you anymore.
She did not like that. And
She was looking at me
Scared.
with her head down, like I don't trust.
So
you.
then he put her in the car today to take her to the vet, and she didn't trust that either.
So she didn't. She'd been, and of course now, so I fed her, and she's supposed to only have soft food for 2 weeks because she got stitches. Those are big teeth in the back that they cut out and had to
Yeah.
sew things together.
Because she had
And,
broken
the
her
price was
tooth on
good.
a bone that we had mentioned before in one of our lives. She
So I
broke
want
her
to
tooth,
shout
so-
out the veterinarian on South Avenue or South Road or whatever, Parkway. Wow. I went to one vet already. They never called me back. They never paid any attention. I even did something on Facebook about, didn't call me, didn't, come out to the car and answer any questions. And then I called and, nothing, zero. So either they're too busy or they don't care or whatever. And so I went to this one, Parkway, top of the line, awesome. I was just so impressed. Everybody's in on it. There's just somebody there that's just there for the job. Everybody there wants to be there. Really did a great job. Loved on her, was careful about not stressing her out when she had her first exam and all that stuff. So yeah, we're very, very happy with that. And decent price too. So, I can tell you that it's $250 to get your dog's teeth done because they have to anesthetize, and anesthesia itself is $100. So, it's just they can't help that. I mean, anesthesia's $100, so it's going to cost you $250 to have it done, and they did a great job. She's in and out in one day. And they even called right when they were putting her, out to talk about the teeth. Because once she was out, they could really open her mouth and see what the problems were and tell me what was going on. Just taking the time to do that and, and sit with us and talk, it was great. Just great. Okay, moving on.
So, and on the way home, he had the speaker phone on telling me how, it was going on the way home, and the husky cried the whole time.
The whole time.
She was just not a happy camper.
As soon as she got home and got in her crate,
She was happy.
she
then.
drank a whole bowl of water. And then I let her out one more time for coming to do this. So
And I want to do another thank you to Tony 5000
yes.
because he's working on the RV heater system, and I want to also thank our friends who blessed us to get the RV heater system. They didn't say that we could mention them, so they know who they are. If they want us to mention them, we will definitely shout them out. But They didn't give us previous permission, but we appreciate them so much.
Thank you.
They blessed us and we were able to get that RV heater, and he's doing the job of putting it in, but while he's taking out the old one and putting in the new one, he had to turn off
All water.
the gas and all the water, so there's no running water in the RV.
Until today.
So I've been camping out here at Tony's because I needed a restroom and running water.
Yep.
Oh,
Couldn't have done it without you, buddy.
appreciate you, Tony.
Couldn't have done it without you. So that's good. I wonder what this is for.
Shannon will be hitting the road to go
Oh, this is for charging up.
to her Texas home, so prayers for her safe travels as well. Tony was
Winter
in
is
New
not
Mexico.
over. Keep praying.
Yeah,
Winter's
Tony
not
was
over.
in New Mexico driving a semi, and he was in high winds, and then now he's on his way towards a blizzard in Colorado and California. So prayers for Tony for safe travels as well. Hello, Spaceman Dudley.
Spaceman Spiff. What's next? Oh, you're okay.
Oh yeah, I'm just saying hello,
So-
people.
That's the exciting stuff that's going on right now. Hot water heater. Everything else. My brother's been very good to us too. He's bought us new tires and things like that. It's been awesome. And we really needed them. Sliding all over, even for the RV. So we thank him and we bless him. And, you know, those who bless us, God blesses. God said, I'll bless those who bless you. So we're happy to help him.
Spaceman Dudley, this is Tony's condo, and that is his view behind us.
Nope, I don't have anything on here like that. What else happened this week?
Hello, Lily.
So I've been painting on the wall, and I've been working on the RV, so I really haven't had a chance to do anything interesting. You'll see the RV repair video sometime, but and even take notes on exciting things or anything good to say. We had a great time at Dollywood. Very, very good. We did Dollywood on the cheap. Did you mention that yet? Dollywood on the cheap?
No, that's in our video.
That's in the video. Okay, so we did really well there. It is possible to get in and out of there, you know, if you already have tickets. So, and believe me, you know, season passes are worth it. The food's very good. Once you pay that first initial, you know, shot, and it's not that bad. Very, very reasonable price. We went through the Dolly museum this time too. I've never been through it before. We've been going for a year and hadn't even, I guess they just recently opened it, or anyway. It was very, very interesting. It did a whole life history. And you know, something that only Dolly would do was a room full of relics, old plaques that you could touch, that you could actually, you know, old high chairs, things from the cabin, you know, plaques, furniture. It's just amazing that you could actually reach out and touch it. I thought, boy, that's scary. Some people would take that. Some fanatic would take that stuff, you know. So, but they must have cameras and everything and are real watchful. But I liked that. That just made it. It was like, you know, she really isn't that far from the people. She's not that far from her roots. She doesn't.
Mm-hmm.
She's not up in a high tower in how she feels about us. You know, the people that follow after her.
Hello, Ray, Van Life Rocks. Scott, this is Tony's
Ray.
condo.
Wow.
Yeah, this is Tony's condo, and that is his view. And while we've been working on our RV heater, he's been very kind to let us come over here and take showers and things like that. He said we could stay here if we wanted, but Donny wants to be home with the animals and take care of them. Now, I've camped here for a few days because we had no water. He shut the water off in the repair process.
Yeah, couldn't
So,
help it. Or it
yeah.
made me shut it off. It was like, shut it off.
And I needed a running running water and a toilet.
I'll tell you, it's really, you get involved with something crafty. It really opens up your blood to flow. Just opens up your juices to start doing something that you're like, oh, I can do that, you know, I could do something special. I could put this on a table, you know, and someone would go, I want that. It's just wonderful. Just wonderful. It's very good for you.
Hey, Tony, remember I told you that I shouted you out thanking you for the use of your condo? That is Van Life Rocks. We were on his live stream and we shouted you out thanking you for letting us use your condo on Ray's live stream.
Yeah. He is the drone flyer.
Oh, I mean, he does really excellent.
Drone over
and
valleys and mountains.
He does the hikes over in the West Coast in the national parks, and some of his videos are short, but they're just like a movie. I mean, it's just movie beautiful. Really, 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 really beautiful.
Yeah, it reminds me of those wingsuit movies, you know, except you're in it's the drone instead of a wingsuit. But wow, we really appreciate that kind of quality.
Is anybody else buffering? Shannon's buffering a little bit, but sometimes it's her campground internet. Connie said I'd be there too, because of the running water in the toilet.
You'd be there too. Yeah, you see, guys, face it, we can do it. We can do it, you know. But the ladies, they're not going outside to pee in the dark. They're just not doing it. So.
Okay. Looks good, Ray said, looks good. So, I guess it's Shannon's internet sometimes at those campgrounds. It's a little tricky. We have it tricky at ours sometimes too. Virginia Alexander, so sweet. Charge us for the view, Tony. It's beautiful.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Oh.
Yeah, we couldn't get these to go up, so we're gonna figure that out. I'll do the handyman thing.
Oh, good. Other people saying it's not buffering for them. So, I think there's a little delay in when I'm reading the comments and when.
Yeah, I would say there's probably almost 30 seconds or so, according to the screen. The screen's about 30 seconds behind. Yeah. That means I can do something and get out of here before it gets on air.
Coaster Mom did want to know if you rode the lightning rod.
You know what? They closed it just as I was getting in line. It was starting to rain and they shut it down. So we could actually shout out somebody that does a lightning ride. If you want to shout out the one I just saw,
What?
Fun in
The what?
Fun in the South.
He did a lightning?
Fun in the South. He's got we met him at Dollywood and, exchanged information. And he has a 8 months ago, it says 8 months ago, lightning rod. He did a front car video. So I don't know if that was legal or you're allowed to.
Yeah, I don't know, because
They
don't let you do that now, but he might have had special permission
Could have been.
to get on there.
Somebody wasn't paying attention.
I don't know.
Yeah. I tried to do that on the another coaster there at the park, and the guy got on the microphone. Oh, he was yelling at me while I'm on the ride. Put the camera away. It'll hit somebody. You know, he was terrible. Man.
Yeah.
So you're right. You don't realize the G-forces of riding that thing, and your camera can fly right out of your hands. You know.
Yeah, they did test the lightning rod, and it passed the tests. But when there were people on it, it was having trouble going up the hill, apparently. Smoky Mountain hiker was on it when it was going up, and he didn't know if they were going to make it over.
Oh, it's supposed to go full speed all the way up. It's supposed to be
And
rocking.
it was a little bit, I guess it was a little bit like slow going.
Oh.
So then they kept shutting it down. And I guess
I didn't need to ride that.
now the next day as well, on Sunday.
Mhm.
No, wait, we went on Friday. And then on Saturday, Smoky Mountain Hiker said they were having trouble with it that day as well.
Okay.
He wasn't on it though that day, but he said he saw it.
Well, he learned his lesson.
He saw it. He saw it, and they were having a little bit of trouble with it.
Yeah,
so,
we did get to see him.
I mean, praise God for Dollywood, for turn your sound down on that, for all that they do. But yeah, I guess they just have to get the kinks out of that ride. So I don't know. Maybe it just wasn't quite ready for the weight of all the people in it. I don't know what was happening where it wasn't going. And there were some other rides that were that they've been working on. So, but I mean, I know they're working hard and they're trying real hard to get those rides going. They really hoped for them to work out, but you know, they were struggling with a couple of those rides. But you know, it's better that they make sure that they're going real good before they open them up full blown for everyone.
That was Doris Jean.
Mm-hmm.
She didn't know it was on right now because she's in a different time zone. I said 7,
Okay.
so she's gonna check it out.
Oh, Spaceman Dudley said he got stuck on the Fury when he went there several times in the past. So he was glad they were working on that. Yeah, Coaster Mom's coming in June. She's hoping that they have it all worked out by then. Hello, Blondie's Adventures.
Blondie!
We're really excited for Blondie because she's going to be a grandma.
Ah.
So congratulations to Blondie. She gets to go baby shopping now and have all kinds of fun shopping for that grandbaby.
If you could only be a grandparent first, huh? Yeah. That's the fun thing. Finally getting to be a grandparent. Hand the baby back when it smells. Hand the baby back when it cries. Hand the baby back.
No, grandmas change the babies.
Yeah, well, they don't depend. Depends. If it's a boy and he's rotten, I don't know. What should we do? What will we do? I don't know what to do. I know what I'll do. Are you ready for a poem? I've got a Scottish poem for you. Did you know I got one for you? You do you? Aye, that I do. What is it with them people from England and Scotland and all that? And they always have to end the sentence with, did you know that? You do. Are you true? Aye, they can't end the sentence with just, hello, how are you? No, they have to say, hello, how are you? Did you know that? I don't know why. So I wrote a poem years ago. It's called Holy Anger. Are you ready? Here we go. Someone spoke anger. A dart that flies at me. Words are meant to tear a hole to bind the one that's free. But 'twas not an accusation sling. My flesh reacts no to the thing. A walking away and heart to sing. Till man no longer me can see. Then I turn and point at him, the one invisible, made o' sin. I loose a growl from deep within, and holy anger strips his grin. A curse is first upon your hold, upon the flesh of young and old. You must loose them by the blood I told. You have no place, no power, no hold. Nay, you shouldn't have come at me. Seed once small, now mustard tree. You can't have him, you'll no touch me. Go, get out, 'tis long past time. Out of the one and into the swine. 100, 1,000, or just 2 or 3. Holy anger, come o'er me. How you like that? I wrote that one back in the Coast Guard.
2 comments. Spaceman Dudley said that he worked at the Fury in 1996 and the Old Thunder Express roller coaster. He was there all season and parking lot at Christmas. And then Tony, what did Tony's comment? Tony said, Scottish? It's St. Patrick's Day, Irish.
Aye, it's a St. Patrick's Day, is it now? Well, you know, the Irish are much softer. You can't hear me as well when I'm Irish, you know.
Of course, I'm Irish, so on St. Patrick's Day, I was like, I can say, "Kiss me, I'm Irish."
Kiss me on the Blarney Stone, right? Play the ukulele. No, that's a shillelagh. A shillelagh, not a ukulele. Yes.
And St. Patrick's Day is my sister-in-law Lisa's birthday.
Ooh.
She's in the chat.
Yeah, yeah.
So she's a couple days away from her birthday. Oh, and a little surprise. We have a friend coming as well. She's on her way here now. She might be here by now. And I'm going to get to see her.
All right.
Nikki Houdat.
Who dat?
Yeah, from Louisiana.
Mm.
She's Tony's friend, and it'll be my first time meeting her, because I've chatted with her and I've been social media friends with her, but it'll be my first time actually meeting her.
Okay.
So, Lisa said thank you.
Oh, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. We know you live in Indiana, but that's okay too. And I told her on the happy birthday, I said, you're not a year older. Every day is only 1/365th of a year. So you're only 1/365th days older than yesterday. Not a whole year.
Hey, Nikki Hudak is an excellent cook, Tony says.
Well, we will have to have a competition. There's a street in Tampa called Hudak.
Have a great night, Spaceman Dudley.
The Bible
Scott,
verse.
yeah, loves the Bible verse on your shirt.
Yeah, and the mountains. And the one reason I like this verse is it's not everybody, because that verse also says in the next verse, those who are obedient, called according to his purpose. Not just going any willy-nilly way you want to go, but actually attempting to follow God's footprints in the snow ahead of you. So that's the one. And so I appreciate you like that. You know, it's a deep, very deep scripture. Starting to get dark.
Still a nice view, even though it's getting darker.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I can see it too.
Mm-hmm.
It's a very steep hill outside. So if you don't like your dinner, you can just dump it out there and it rolls downhill.
Okay, he's got a little fun excitement in painting his little painting at the campground.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like I told him earlier today when you were
when I was busy?
over there.
Well, he said, but he was like,
oh, I'm very excited. Because
yeah.
It's like, and I was telling you, remember I said when you get, it just makes your juices begin to flow of creativity. Do something crafty. I've been wanting to do this for 20-something years, and it's like, oh my goodness, I did a tree. It looks like a tree. People walk in and go, whoa, that's good, instead of, ew, you missed a spot. It's pretty good. I could do trees. I tried to do rocks. It turned into one of those old gray stumps. It was so cool. I tried to do an overhang. It turned into a log. Yeah, it was just amazing. You put the colors on there. You do the little tap, tap, tap like Bob does, and there it is. And you're thinking, oh my goodness, I know what I'm doing. It really worked out good. Wait till you see it. I've got a video. I did time lapse. I did regular speed. Kind of fun to see it in time lapse because you know, I can paint fast.
When we get the video edited, we'll put it on Storyteller Donny Wheeler's channel. But it was sweet because he was watching. He likes to watch Bob Ross all the time, and then he starts to pick up. And I've told him before, you can do this. You really
Oh yeah,
can do
she's
this.
always known I could paint.
Yeah, you could do this. But at times, I don't know if you've ever watched Bob Ross, but when, at first, with the, by the way, if Coach Mom still hears me, thank you. She's going to put her little one to bed. But thank you for being here. So when Bob Ross starts his painting, it's not looking that great because he's doing the background of the painting. And he uses mostly like big brushes.
Big brushes.
And
strong colors.
When you're first looking at it, you're kind of thinking, that's ugly.
That's going nowhere.
Like that is not nice at all, because it's just the background, and it's like you're thinking, how can you make anything good out of that?
It's funny.
And so he started off with the background, and he was thinking, I'm not sure about this. I said, well, just keep watching Bob Ross and learn how to do the details of the forward details of the trees and different things. So every time he would come over here, if we came to use the shower or something, he would turn on Bob Ross and then watch it, and learning how to do the details. So he started bringing forward some details, and when he was doing that,
that little kid face. Oh.
Then he was like, oh, he was so excited because he was making his mural at the campground come alive. Now, he took a risk because he's been painting there, but he took a risk and just did this 20-foot wall.
And Bob Ross is like 2 by 3.
Without asking first.
And I didn't ask first, right?
He just started painting it.
Just...
But they are liking it. So
oh yeah, they're
that was a God thing.
It was amazing. So and now both ends are done, and I'm gonna do a cross kind of a thing in the middle, something.
Connie Locke said she used to paint years ago, and she needs to start again.
Oh, good. Do it. Oh, yeah. Now, the acrylics, of course, don't smell like the oil. So if you have a little issue with odors, get the acrylics. Do something small, like 12 by 12 to practice, because the acrylic packages that they sell you at first, that's got all the colors and everything, it's a half an ounce, maybe an ounce or two of paint. And you run out of those colors real quick. But you usually get 1 or 2 paintings done before you do, so that you're enthusiastic and you go back and buy more. And I just went and bought a $6 tube of green. $6 for a tube of green. But it's as thick as toothpaste. And so you thin it out a little bit with the water and spread it, yes, good. Oh, do it.
Virginia said her former beautician took lessons from Bob Ross.
Oh, wow. Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. She probably says, oh, she's a beautician. So that means she's saying, I'm going to fix your little happy hair. I'm going to put a little happy bow in your happy hair. That's what I'm going to do, because that's what I do. I have a happy bow and a happy curl. Oh, look at those happy curls.
Happy tree and a happy cloud.
And a happy tree and a happy curls.
Thanks for coming in, Blondie. Have a blessed night.
Good to see you.
Donny said, I can paint excellent stick people.
Yep. That means he couldn't do a self-portrait, right?
Jesus Loves UK said, wow, 20-foot wall Bob Ross style. That's quite amazing.
Yeah, you're not kidding. I did not know what I was getting into there. I got like 2 feet. I was exhausted, and I looked down the wall. I'm like, oh, I got 20 more feet. It took this much. But
oh, she said, Jesus Loves UK said, I've seen people have Bob Ross painting parties.
Yeah.
And I have.
That would be years ago, though, right? Let me know if that was years ago or recently.
Yeah, I have a friend who started painting. Now, not in the Bob Ross style. Her painting is like folk art. We'll have to show you a couple of her paintings when.
She painted a dog that passed away for me.
Yeah.
Just
But
broke my heart.
it's in folk art style.
She did two. She did one more realistic and then the one
No,
silly.
the one realistic was a different artist.
Oh.
Yeah,
Okay.
there was two different artists. And so, here's the thing. When she started painting, she wasn't sure if her paintings were good. But all of us, her friends, were saying, oh, that's good, because, I mean, hey, you know, could we do that?
Could we do that?
I mean, it was good, it was cute. But I'll tell you what, she just kept at it. Her husband did not think her paintings were good. So he was like, oh, that's terrible, throw it in the trash. And she was wanting to send them to friends because friends were like, oh, I love it. So she was just mailing them off to friends who liked her paintings. And so each friend would end up getting one of her paintings, and they'll probably be worth a lot of money someday. But
At
so
Antique Roadshow, 80 years from now.
So, but she did a folk art of our dog, and it actually looks zero like our dog, but it is the cutest. It is
Funny.
the cutest.
You bust out laughing, really.
And it makes him so happy. It is so cute.
And she did it for me because my heart was broke.
Yeah, because this dog passed away the day before my birthday. It was a terrible, tragic accident, and it was heartbreaking.
We didn't even know that she was hurt.
It was just a heartbreaking thing, and then so we were both heartbroken, and his birthday was coming up, and he was still grieving. So I wanted to commission some paintings. So she made the one, and she just sent it off to us, and then she did another painting that was it was real pretty. It was kind of like abstract art. It was very beautiful. And then somebody else we commissioned did a watercolor of our dog. And the thing of it is our dog had a little marking on her back that was like wings.
Looked like angel wings.
Yeah, it looked like angel wings on her back. And so so each artist tried to put those into the painting to make it really, really special. But my friend who does the folk art, she has gotten better and better and better. And she's just painting all the time and getting better. So if you try something, keep at it. Just like he didn't really like his mural at first, but now he's starting to really like it because he's adding,
Yeah, I know.
he's learning how to do the details and he's adding to it.
Yeah, I'm sorry I didn't put a lot of time into some other things, but I had last week off from
Hello,
the
Annette from
company in
Wisconsin.
Knoxville, so I worked the campground, and I had enough money to pay for the Huskies' dentist trip, so we're good to go. We made it for this week. Everything went well.
Hello, Shebna.
Getting a little nostalgic for those dogs. We were breeders, and I'll tell you, sometimes I think we stopped just because of the heartache. You know, the good times. Oh my goodness, cute puppies, litter after litter, wonderful time. But you know, the heartbreak was there too. And I think, you know, so when it came time to let it go, the economy was changing. You know, we were changing. The people were not buying dogs like they were. They were starting to rescue dogs after the hurricane and after Katrina. And so the whole kind of thing switched over.
And we had,
so we
and our
stopped.
mother dogs, we just had them fixed and let them live out their life with us.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we never got rid of a single dog that stayed with us.
We had originally a few mother dogs that got adopted by somebody.
With their daughter.
Yeah, like we had somebody that came and adopted a puppy, and they said, "Can we adopt the mother with it?" And that was like a hard decision, but there were times when we let that happen, and because then the mother and the baby would live together their whole life. And
Mm-hmm.
they would have two dogs instead of just one puppy. So there was a few times we did that.
Mm-hmm.
But for most of it, we had you know,
Did
we were in
did
love
we
with
tell
him and
about
kept
the,
him.
The one that puppy that died and raised it up and let it go with her sister?
Hello, Colleen. We had a puppy born that was born breech one
Breech.
time, and there
Couldn't
was
get it out.
born head first,
Back, big tail first.
tail first, yeah, and it was a struggle to get that puppy out.
And it died. But after I got it out, you know, and it was dead.
She wasn't breathing.
You know,
yeah.
it was like there's nothing there. The umbilical cord is still attached to a puppy because she hadn't been with her mother yet. So I started tugging on the umbilical cord, and I could see the bubbles around her nose going in and out. So I knew I was getting some air into her, and I blew in her nose and got some air into her. And after a little while, I heard a breath. Ugh, that was wonderful.
Yeah.
But she'd been short oxygen.
Right.
So the shortage on oxygen kind of made her a little bit, I can't think of that term.
Well, she was like,
when it happens to babies, there's a term for it.
yeah.
I can't
Well,
jump out of my head.
she like when she would go to drink
Yes, she
her
would,
out of a bowl.
she would
she
just go head first.
Yeah, so she needed some assistance a while, but we just kept praying over her, and she got better and better.
Yep.
And
We had to hold her up for the first month,
and then she
keep
would
her from drowning.
yeah she would walk with a lean.
And-
She would
oh,
walk
yeah.
with a lean.
That was
It was precious.
Yeah.
You know, she was so cute. And so somebody came along to buy her litter mate, and which the other puppies, I think there
we're
was
all healthy.
yeah, we're all healthy, nothing wrong with them. So they asked us.
They kind of noticed her, didn't they? Did they notice her?
Yeah, I think we had we had told them that we had her, and so they asked us if they could.
Because we weren't going to sell her.
Yeah.
You can't sell her.
Yeah.
So we
But
were going
here's
to
the
keep
thing.
her, and they said,
But they had a perfect home for her, and we didn't, because we had our home, you know, the
Step up
floor,
and step
and then
down.
there was a step down in certain places, and she had a hard time with any steps whatsoever. So and they had in Florida, perfectly flat the whole way,
Yep.
even
Ranch house.
going out the door was like just the tiniest little thing. So she could safely go in and out and everything, no steps whatsoever. So they said, well, we have a home that would be good for her, because I was saying, you know, we
Yeah,
were
they
looking
asked
for
for it.
something
They
like
said,
that. And they said, can we have
can we have
her?
sisters?
So we just said, you know, they just let them have her. We didn't let them pay for anything.
No,
And
just the
let
one
let
puppy.
yeah, and let them have
And-
her,
and have
and
her.
we were so thankful
Oh,
because
and they were excited.
Then there were two of them together.
We have sisters, they would
Yeah.
say. Every time we
It
talk
was
to them.
so-
Oh, the
It was
sisters
so
are doing
sweet.
great. We lost track of people after a couple of years, you know, so we never knew what happened. But maybe one day they'll see this and recognize their story and give us a shout.
Tony says, sometimes I want a dog, but then I see truckers walking their dogs in the rain or in 11 degrees weather, and then I don't want a dog anymore.
Yep.
Hello,
Get a
Don
cat.
Barron.
Hey, Donny. Hey, get a cat. That way you can have a litter box in your truck. Yeah. Yeah. Might as well have a pet skunk. Leave her wild. Who's that?
That's Jaylina.
Huh? So we had fun this week. All kinds of things going on. Did anybody watch the Sunset Live the other day? The old Sunset Live. We're going to do those more often. That'll be fun.
Yeah. Yeah, Tara says, we want another dog sometimes, but then we travel to the Smoky Mountains and it's easier without a puppy dog. Yeah, you can get reservations here with a dog, but it's not every place that lets you
Mm-hmm.
have a dog. But my sister-in-law Lisa tries to find those reservations when she goes on vacation because she has schnauzers like we have had schnauzers, and they are
Family.
they
That's
just
all.
have a
Family.
like an over-the-top personality.
Yeah. Yeah, you just
And it's just, you're so attached to them. It's hard to go on vacation without them. Shannon understands that because she's got a couple little fur babies, and she has a hard time. She can't really leave her fur babies either.
yeah, good to see you. I've got my oldest, longest friend is one of my watchers. Thanks for coming in. Thanks for coming in. Yeah, we had a good laugh this week. We were talking about the car I had when I had a 1973 Chevy Vega, the one with the aluminum block engine that would smoke and die after 6 months. And oh yeah, we used to do some crazy stuff in that car. When we were done, we'd have to bend things down in order for it to steer it again. We would jump over railroad tracks and all kind, you know, the little ramp up to the tracks. Oh, we'd sail from ramp to ramp, but it took practice. We had a lot of fun. He had a Barracuda, I had a Vega. I didn't want a V8 car. I knew I would not last long. I'd be dead. So I got a little 4-cylinder to keep me alive, and it was cool. It was a lot of fun. You know, those days, you could do a lot of stuff you can't do now. So we had it good. Oh no, did we have the good old days now? The good old days we used to hear everybody when we were kids go, oh, quit talking about the good old days. Now we're doing it. Oh, great.
Tara had Dalmatians.
Oh yeah, is that why? Okay, I thought maybe she groomed them with that name. So I was thinking,
Tara
just
Dalmatian.
kidding, just kidding.
Shaver had Dalmatians. Tony says, I thought you may have had poodles by that name. Shobna has a 1-year-old golden retriever from members of her church in Charlotte's. Been such a blessing in her life, especially through the 2020 year.
Oh yes, pets have been very important this year. I think families got back together this past year too. I think there's a lot more closeness in families too.
I think that some people actually adopted pets in 2020 that didn't have them before.
For good company.
Mm-hmm.
I would.
Tony says Goldens are the best. Lisa and I would say Schnauzers.
Oh yeah, I mean Goldens are the best when it comes to everything but hair.
Huskies are a mess when it comes to hair too.
Mm-hmm. Well, we are down to our last official 60 seconds. It doesn't mean we're going to stop, but it is our official 60 seconds. So we want to just say thank you, bless you. Thank you for tuning in, talking with us. Hope you've had a good time. And we pray for everybody. And we thank the Lord that you're blessed and healed and walking in a future that's going to be eternity. Amen. So we'll move on.
And if you see this anywhere,
oh yeah, the hydrate.
this hydrate, this is made by the
right at the campground.
Right at the campground, out of a Smoky Mountains spring.
Yep, spring comes up right there.
And
it is the only all-natural 9% pH water on the market. Now there are other pH waters, but this is the only one that comes out of the ground that way. The other ones, they add the pH, which means this only has a shelf life of maybe 2 months, 3 months. This has a shelf life of 2 years, and it's still potent. So you can store it, buy it when it's on sale. It doesn't go out, and they all come in these dark blue bottles, and comes out right out of the ground where I'm at. I actually helped bottle some of it, a couple of weeks ago, and watch the machines, pour the water, and the machines that box it up and everything. It was like really kind of cool. So yeah, it's all natural right
we're
from there.
not sponsored by them or anything.
Oh, not sponsored, but that's where we live.
Yeah, it's where we live, and it's veteran owned. They're Christians and they're veterans. Is there a website on here? that they could look up. It says drinkhydrate.com. Go online and visit drinkhydrate.com for more information. Veteran-owned business.
And there's quite a few testimonies about this
Naturally
9
fresh
9%
taste.
9 plus pH.
From the Smoky Mountains.
Because it's 9 plus.
Alkaline ionized spring water, Smoky
That-
Mountains.
You know, sometimes you can drink this stuff and still sleep all night because your body takes it in, absorbs it, and uses it, and doesn't just pass it through.
Drinkhydrate.com. We're trying to help them to grow their
Business. 'Cause
their
they have
business.
5 gallons, 3 gallons, 1
Yeah.
gallons, and then liter bottles like this, and even littler ones.
2020 was a hard year for them, so we are trying
Yes.
to just shout them out and help them with that. So if you look up drinkhydrate.com
It's,
and
you know, it's in
see if
Food
you
City.
can see if you can find it in your area.
Yeah. In our area, they're at Food City.
Okay. Thank you everyone for joining us. So
Yeah, we don't step on anybody.
saying good night for tonight, and we'll see you again.
And for those of you who have lost a pet, remember, if that pet has love, that pet has God, and there is eternity for that pet. There's even a book about it on Amazon called Eternity with Our Pets.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.